This is Chroma Crazy, and after considering this for more than a year, I finally decided to create a YouTube channel. Today I have Zoya's Daydreaming collection for spring 2023 to review for you. Look at the swatch videos for formula and then the still shot with the bottle and comparison videos for color accuracy. I swatched with the skinny brush today. I don't think that Zoya's shimmers need the ZY brush. They are very easy to use and self-level well. Zoya did send these to me for review, but all opinions are my own, and I will always be honest. Up first we have Kira. Zoya describes her as a vibrant cornflower blue infused with micro shimmer. I have been waiting for Zoya to make a color like this, and Kira does not disappoint. This is between a 2 and 3 coater. The first time I used her, I was able to get her opaque in 2 coats. The second time I used her was for the swatch video, and it took me 3 coats. I think I was painting in really thin coats there. And then the third time I used her was to do the comparisons that are coming up, and I was able to get her opaque in 2 coats. So it is between a 2 to 3 coater. My camera sort of picks it up, but not nearly as much as I wish. But the micro shimmer is multicolored. There's red, gold, I want to say white and blue in there, and it's just really lovely. And now this is the third coat of Kira, and I mean, she's just gorgeous. Now you can see the micro shimmer in that picture, and oh my goodness. I think the micro shimmer shows up better in the comparisons. Isa is on my pinky, Marlena is on my ring finger, and then Elsa is on my pointer finger. Obviously, none are even remotely close to being a dupe. Up next is Marie. Zoya describes her as a lively Chinese violet infused with micro shimmer. I was able to get her opaque in 2 coats every time I used her. She's a cool toned medium purple, and she just is so lovely. This is the second coat of Marie, and you can just see she is really, really easy to use. She self-levels as you are painting her. And just look at that shimmer. Oh my gosh, she's just so gorgeous. I think she's going to be a petty color for me this summer. And the shimmer just really shows up in that still shot, and then again in the comparison video. I compared her to Marlo on my pinky, Isa on my ring finger, and Danny on my pointer finger. I was really convinced that Marie was going to be a dupe of Danny. Totally wrong. Next up is Tara. Zoya describes her as an amethyst purple with pink undertone and infused with micro shimmer. She was a solid 3 coater for me the 2 times that I used her. And then when I did the comparison video, I was able to get her opaque in 2 coats, so I do think she thickens up, and I do think she'll be a 2 coater probably within 6 months of getting her. Tara was a bit of a surprise favorite for me. I wasn't expecting to like her as much as I do, but I really shouldn't be surprised because I love pinky purples. And again, I mean, the formula is just so easy to use. And look at that shimmer in the still shot. Gorgeous. I compared her to Faye on my pinky finger, to Maya on my ring finger, and then again to Danny on my pointer finger. Again, I was convinced she was going to be a dupe of Danny when we got the PR boxes. Again, totally wrong. And now the fourth polish is Tink. I really thought Tink would have been like a green color just based on the name, but that's totally beside the point. Zoya describes her as a juicy, zestful amaranth magenta infused with micro shimmer. Tink is a solid 2 coater. She has the most opaque formula and is probably the easiest to use. I know that Zoya has tons of magentas. I just don't have a ton in my collection. And I think the micro shimmer makes her really unique. I compared her to Rosa Annika, and then also Tegan. And again, you can see that there are absolutely no dupes there. I feel like you can really see the micro shimmer up close and see that it's really multicolored, multidimensional, and I really was not expecting that when I saw the promos. I mean, she's just amazing. Next up we have Sipsy, and I thought that was a name of a character in like Fried Green Tomatoes or something like that. One of the movies from late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, totally beside the point. Zoya describes her as a red-tinted, amber-infused micro shimmer. This is actually the first color that I wore from the collection. I know that Sipsy is probably going to be really controversial with people. A copper in spring, oh my goodness. Nobody's ever thought of that before. But I really kind of think she's a vibrant persimmon color. Pantone actually called to use persimmon in London's 2023 Spring Summer Fashion Week. I personally love this color and I will wear her probably all 4 seasons of the year. She's a solid 2-coater. I compared her to Tawny and Autumn. Tawny's on my ring finger and Autumn is on my pointer. Tawny is 3 coats. She is not nearly as opaque, and then Autumn is more of a burnt orange. I see copper and rose and orange and gold, and she's just gorgeous. Next up is Yardley, and I believe that Zoya describes her as a peachy champagne gold infused with micro shimmer. I think that's a very accurate description. I might even call her a rose gold. I know that I was able to get Yardley opaque in 2 coats. Again, Yardley is going to be a year-round wear for me. I think Yardley looks a little streaky on camera, but in person and not under swatch lights, the streakiness totally goes away. And again, she just has a really easy formula, like all of the formulas in the collection. Just look at that shimmer. I compared her to Esme on my ring finger and then Soleil on my pointer finger. I do think that Soleil looks a little closer to her than she really is under the swatch lights. Soleil is definitely way more orange and Esme is way more pink. Yardley has a softer finish, I think, compared to Esme and Soleil, and I really like that about her. I think she's more wearable for my daily life. And that wraps up my first video. Wow, do you like this collection? Are you picking any up? What was your favorite? Leave a comment down below and let me know.